All right, everybody, circle up.
From Wish TV.
Here we go.
Indy Style is Indy's only live local lifestyle program.
Everything they do is great.
You're part of it.
Talk about things that I want to know about.
Where life and style meet.
Oh, this is great.
Really great energy.
Really having a wonderful time.
The best. I love it.
Everything about him's great.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the big announcement you've all been waiting for.
This is the Indy Style Podcast.
All right, let's get right to it.
On the All Indiana Podcast Network.
I'm Amber Hankins, and on this episode, saxophonist Jared Thompson talks about his Indy Style co-hosting debut. He then opens up about taking ownership of his sexuality, and then, of course, he plays a tune of smooth jazz music. This is the Indy Style Podcast on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. When it comes to what kind of romance you're into, you don't have to choose just one. Fancy a dalliance with a duke, or maybe a steamy billionaire. You could find a book boyfriend in the city and another one tearing it up on the hockey field. And if nothing on this earth satisfies, you can always find love in another realm. Discover modern rom-coms from authors like Lily Chu and Allie Hazelwood, the latest romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas and Rebecca Yarros, plus Regency favorites like Bridgerton and Outlander. And of course, all the really steamy stuff. Your first great love story is free when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
Yay, fresh off his Indy Style debut, saxophonist Jared Thompson. Welcome to the Indy Style Podcast.
What's up, Amber? I feel like I know you already, so that's great.
We're kind of BFF right now. I mean, that's okay. It's what we do here on Indy Style. But yeah, first time, man. How did it go?
Yeah, it was so much fun. It's so different than what I'm used to doing, but that was what was exciting about it. I totally would want to do it again, for sure.
Absolutely. That's a good sign.
You guys have a lot of things going on at the same time and make it so seamless. I mean, you just had people talking in your ear and this going on. I mean, it was a lot to deal with, but it was just so exciting and energizing for me. I loved it.
It is. And I think that's what the great thing about our show with the energy. But you also mentioned how it's just it's an atmosphere. It's an energy like this family love dynamic, which I think is so important when you bring not only guests in, but co-host as well. And you said you got that.
I did. You made me feel really comfortable. I mean, even back to the producers and the directors, they made me feel really comfortable just to lay the groundwork for me just being me. And that's a talent. That's a gift. And you definitely have it. So it was awesome.
Well, speaking of talents, you, my man, have a talent because you guys, he pulled double duty today. Also working your saxophone with Mr. Rob Dixon. And I asked you during Indy Style, like, have you always done this, And I mean, you kind of have. You said since you were 5 years old.
Yeah. I mean, I was learning to read music at the same time I was learning how to read. So it's the way I always looked at it is that I'm learning, how to read 2 different languages at the same time. It's just something that I've always loved to do.
Is this a family thing? Like, did your family introduce you to music?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad are always avid music fans. My mother, she won't say it, she has a beautiful singing voice.
Really?
That's one of the memories I have as a little kid is going to my mom's voice lessons.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Dad grew up close to where Freddie Hubbard, famous jazz trumpet player Freddie Hubbard, he grew up very close to where he lived. And they just put us in that and let us develop and said, you can't quit. You have to do this for a while to see it through.
That's great.
And all 3 of us just really took a huge shining to it. And it was, I don't know, it's life's work. You know what I mean? This is just what I feel like I was put on the earth to do.
Meant to do, and it's like it's in your soul. I almost want to have you like turn around and get it out. Can you do that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you do that while I kind of continue talking, because we had so much fun with this guy, and he really does have such a talent, but such a backstory as well. And I think it's funny because he talked to us about his saxophone. It is not new. It is not shiny like perhaps you would think he should have. Like, why is it all beaten up, Jared? Why does it look a little bit different? He's laughing in the background, you guys. But this does sort of have a story, and I love things that tell a story, and it has charm and character all at the same time. So he's tuning up. He's getting everything ready to go, because I think it's great to have him just play a little something for us, right? Of course, he was joined by the talented Rob Dixon, and we heard from him as well. All right, man, you are almost done. You're getting ready to go. You're quick, and you guys have to watch that Indy Style segment if you really want to see what the saxophone looks like, because it really does, though, Jared. It has that character and charm that we've been talking about, and you get that question quite a bit, don't you, my friend?
Like all the time. It's like, oh, well, why isn't it shiny? Shouldn't it be a little bit clean? You're going to clean it up. I'm like, it is cleaned up. It's just fine. It's my road warrior. It's been tested, and it's in good playing condition.
Yeah.
Nothing's broken.
It's all about the sound. We're not judging on how your saxophone looks.
Yeah.
We're wanting to hear your beautiful voice.
And you can have the shiniest saxophone, and if it sounds like garbage, then
right, exactly.
What's the point?
The voice and how you bring everything through that instrument. So shall we hear just a little something?
Yeah,
all right, Jared,
something.
take it away. Oh, it's just so pretty. Yay.
I love this thing.
It's just so pretty. That's your baby, right? Can never get rid of that.
It really is. It fits my hand like a glove. I mean, I love it. There's a connection with your instrument, just like there is with a person, whether it be your partner or your parent. It's that same kind of connection for me.
It really is. All right, let's talk about connections. I want to peel back some layers a little bit, because a part of what we talked about today on Indy Style is also a Pride special that you are a part of right here on Wish TV. Tell me a little bit about that and how you fit into that mold. Yeah,
and I will say that had this been like 10 or 15 years ago, I don't think I would have been brave enough to do it. I came out when I was 18, and so I've had a long time to process for myself what all this means. And now, we're looking at Pride now, and the umbrella of this community has expanded so much. And I don't think that it's expanded in the way that these people have never been present and been here. We are finally starting to acknowledge it and respectfully address it, and include in a way that hasn't been done until recently. So all that to say that it was an honor to be a part of it. I mean, I am proud to be a black gay man. That's an intersectionality thing there with my race and my sexuality. So it's a lot to deal with. And growing up in Indiana, it's not always the easiest thing to do. However, you take ownership of who you are and your self-worth. I mean, not only, it's great that I play the saxophone and I'm good at it. That's awesome. Even if I weren't,
right,
I would like who I am anyway, because I've worked my entire life to be the type of person that I am right now.
Yeah.
And so adding other elements to that gives me an even bigger and better platform to just express that everyone is going to be unique, that everyone is going to have certain challenges that they face with society or what have you. I own it, and I'm proud to be a black gay man. I don't hide from it. I'm not ashamed of it. And if it's something that me just doing what I'm doing, existing as a person, is some sense of inspiration or help for someone that doesn't know how to come out, then that's what my role here is.
Man, you just gripped my heart there. Oh my goodness, because it's so much of what it's all about. Obviously, you say that it aids into your artistic expression, but you also have eyeballs on you and people watching and listening that might feel better or allow themselves to be more of them because of you. Yeah,
I mean, someone's always watching. I was taught that at a very young age. I'm trying to think. I don't think I had any gay role models growing up or something that, like, I mean, Greg Louganis, maybe, that when I was a child, Greg Louganis was the biggest public gay figure, but that came out of him having to be outed because he hit his head on a diving board, and it's during, the height of people being freaked out about HIV and AIDS, so it wasn't like it was this natural, hey, I'm proud of this. It was, oh crap, we got to clean this up. Here's the gay guy that can dive, It wasn't like a great way to bring out a role model. And I don't know, I mean, when I was in high school, there were some kids that were coming out, and I admired their courage at such a young age to do that. I just wasn't ready to do that yet.
Yeah. What made you, at that point, feel comfortable enough in your own skin to be who you are and to not be apologetic for it?
It was as I was going to college. I came out my first semester of college. You wrestle with yourself inside. And I think the biggest thing that I had told myself was that I'm tired of lying to myself. And if I'm lying to myself, then I'm going to end up lying to someone else. So it's like, okay, let's say I get into a relationship with a woman. I'm like, okay, well, you're lying to her. That's not fair. Let's say that you get married and have children. You've just now kind of like totally altered other individuals' lives, when at the root of it, if you just do what you know is right. So it was that realization that was like, I don't want to lie to myself anymore.
Yeah.
And so I stopped lying to myself about that, which allowed me to be more bold and confident and speak out on it, dealing with, okay, well, what is Jared as being gay? What does that look like?
Right.
Not a whole lot different than Jared closeted, you know what I mean?
But it has to be that sense of freedom, right? And I think whether it's sexuality or something else, just the freedom to be you and to accept yourself and love yourself.
It's liberating.
For who you are.
It's really liberating. You can then move into all the facets of your life that you want to if you have that confidence to do it. It was some issues with our parents, but not in a get out of my house, you're not my kid anymore. And I'm just so thankful for that my parents, while it was something that they had to deal with, they always said, we love you, and this isn't something to disown their child about. As we got older, certain conversations became easier, certain questions were easier to answer and ask. And I think the biggest thing that I've realized is that, I came out 21 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't think I gave my parents the time or the expectation of processing. This is something that I knew I was as a little kid. So I had years to be like, yep, this is what it is. I didn't give them the benefit of the doubt to be like, hey, give us a minute. We got to process this. I had my whole life.
They should accept it immediately.
But I didn't come to that realization until I was much older. I was like, man, I didn't give them enough credit for dealing with that. We're good now. Oh my God, my parents love my husband.
Oh, that's so fantastic.
They love him.
Yeah, and you say we. Do you mean your brother as well?
Yeah, my brother's also gay.
Your brother as well. And if you guys don't know, he's a twin. So you're a twin brother. Was it the same for him? Was it difficult navigating that?
I think he had a more difficult internal struggle.
Yeah.
And I regret it. And it's just, you don't know what you don't know. Right? And you're afraid of what you're afraid of. And even my own brother, we were afraid to have these conversations with each other, even though we knew. But I think it was a lot more internally damaging for my brother.
Yeah.
In part because I wasn't there to support him in the way that he needed and I should have. I was scared.
Yeah.
And that hurt him a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll never be able to forget that. That's something that I have to live with for the rest of my life. But we've since definitely moved past that. And I guess my regret is that I had a moment to stand up and stand with my brother, and I didn't.
Yeah.
And had it been any other kind of circumstance, I think I would have stood up but coming out just terrified me that much.
And what I tell myself about things like that, I have 3 sisters myself, and I do look back. Obviously, my situation wasn't like that, but there were other things when I look back and think, why didn't I do things differently? Why didn't I say this? And I've been through a process of forgiveness because my 17-year-old, 18-year-old brain wasn't the way it is now. Perhaps I didn't have that sense of confidence that I have now. I didn't look at things the way that I do now. And I think we all find ourselves into situations like that where we beat ourselves up. I should have done this or I should have done that. But it's that place of forgiveness that, you know, you're still a child, you're still growing, you're still trying to become who you are, dealing with your own difficulties at the same time. So if there's anything I would say to you is forgive yourself for that and thank yourself for seeing what you see now and who you are now, because not everybody goes through life and gets it.
It's tough. Yeah, it's can't change the past, right?
Exactly.
And I have a fantastic relationship with my brother. I mean, that's my best friend. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just those little moments in life, you're like,
I know. But I feel like even with you, I want to go back to your music because that has to, with that artistic expression, even, songs that you write, do you find that you're able to pull even more from those experiences, those feelings, those emotions into your sound?
I do. And it's, sometimes it's on the nose and sometimes it isn't, you know?
Yeah.
I find that, I write after some kind of emotionally, I hate using this word because I just think it's overused, but some measure of emotionally traumatic experience or occurrence. Because I don't write anything at all while I'm going through something just because I'm too stressed or I'm too anxious or whatever. Yeah. But then there comes this moment where a melody comes into my head and that things kind of just fall out of that way. I noticed that happens after like emotionally traumatic experiences, but there's also some really amazing experiences that I write. But yes, I don't think that you can effectively write good music without drawing from a source inside. And that's, I'm an emotional person.
Right.
You know, so it makes sense.
That's what connects with people. You guys listening, Jared and I talked about this during the Indy Style pre-show meeting. It's all about peeling back those layers and being real. And I think that's what people connect with, right? Like really real and raw sometimes and emotional, because music is something I feel like that connects us all. I love the sound of a saxophone. And when I hear a certain melody, I mean, it can sometimes just bring you to tears because it brings you back to a place that reminds you of something that you went through.
And the beautiful thing about music, I mean, I relate to it through mainly jazz music, but you don't hear race, sexuality, or gender through a horn. You don't hear political or partisan through that horn. And so I could have the antithesis of Jared Thompson in the audience, and I'm going to bring them along and pull them in just like anybody else, because it's not about me as a person all the time. It's about, hey, here's what me as a person with all of these things that we all possess. Here's how I channel it out through the horn. If I were trying to make statements all the time of just my views, which I do, but I have to convince you to want to listen to me.
Yeah, your sound is for them.
Yeah.
Evoking their emotions.
And then we found a passage where we can start meeting each other where we're at, so that the more you get to know me, you do get to hear about some of the things that politics or whatever. Sure. You do get to find out, oh, didn't know you were gay. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm black because here I am. But like issues like that. That this is how that bridge starts to be built. And I think music is just the best conduit for that.
And I think at the end of the day, too, it's one of those that, perhaps people look like, okay, you're gay. Okay, cool, man. What song are you going to play?
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to hear your music, man.
Exactly.
I don't care.
It's like, I didn't need to know all that. Are you going to stop talking on the mic and play?
Right, and just play. Exactly.
That's great. So.
Well, and that's what we love is hearing you play. I love hearing your voice. I love getting a behind-the-scenes feel, really of who you are as a person. And I hope that you have enjoyed this as well and celebrating who you are and how you're now a part of our Wish TV family.
It's awesome, and it's incredible. I was looking forward to doing the show.
Yeah.
I did not expect for it to be as enveloping you know, as it has been. So I'm a lifer. This is great.
Yeah. I'm telling you guys, at the end of the day, it's what it's all about. It's community helping community. It's people helping people and being there for one another. Because you look at this life, no matter what your sexuality is, no matter what your race is, no matter what this is, no matter what this is, we are all in this life together.
Yep.
We're all doing it together and doing our best to navigate our way through. So thank you so much, Jared. I appreciate your time. I hope to see you back on Indy Style. This has been such a treat.
Amber, you're awesome. Thanks.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. From Wish TV's Indy Style, I'm Amber Hankins. Be sure to like and subscribe to the Indy Style Podcast right now on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Watch Indy Style weekday mornings at 10 a.m. on Wish TV. Follow Indy Style on Facebook and connect for even more at wishtv.com.
This concludes our broadcast day.
For even more great podcasts, go to allindianapodcastnetwork.com.